never believed that 84 could be a frequency. Then I found the radio. It was in my grandfather's basement, buried under a pile of old newspapers and mouse droppings. A shortwave radio, wooden case, fabric speaker, dials that turned with a gritty resistance. My grandfather had been a ham operator back in the 1940s. After he died, no one wanted his things. I was cleaning out the house to sell it. The radio was heavy. I almost threw it away, but something made me plug it in. The dials lit up, orange, warm. I turned the tuner, static. More static, hisses and whistles and fragments of voices and languages I didn't recognize. I turned the tuner slowly, and then, between two stations, I found it. Not a voice, a tones. A low at the frequency display, 8.4 megahertz, 84. I turned the volume up. The hum grew louder. It wasn't coming from the speaker anymore. It was coming from the walls, from the floor, from my own chest. I turned the radio off. The hum plugged it. The hum continued. I carried the radio outside. The hum was in the air, in the trees, in the clouds. I put the radio in the trash. I went back inside. The hum followed me. That night I dreamed of a broadcast. I was sitting in a dark room. The radio was on the table in front of me. The dial was set to 8.4. The hum was there. And then, beneath the hum, a voice. Not a human voice. Something else. Something that had learned to mimic speech the way a myna bird mimics laughter. 84, the voice said. The number of the listener. You have been listening for 8,400 days. 84,000 hours. 84 million heartbeats. You just didn't know it. The radio is not a machine. It's a mirror, and you've been staring into it since the day you were born. I woke up. My clock said 8:04. 84, 84. I went to the trash. The radio was gone. The bin was empty. I went back inside. The radio was on the kitchen table, plugged in. The dial was set to 8.4. The hum was there. I tried to destroy it. I smashed it with a hammer. The wood splintered. The glass cracked. The wires tore. But the hum didn't stop. It came from the pieces, from the debris, from the air where the radio used to be. I gathered the pieces. I put them in a box. I buried the box in the backyard. The hum continued. It was in the soil, in the grass, in the roots of the oak tree. I started hearing the voice during the day. Not from the radio, from inside my head. It would whisper things, random things. The toast is burning. I'd go to the kitchen. Toast was smoking. Your wife is crying. I'd go to the living room. My wife was watching a sad movie. There's a man in the basement. I'd go to the basement. No one was there. But the hum was louder. The voice grew more specific, more personal. You forgot to lock the front door. I'd check. The door was unlocked. You're going to be in a car accident at 8:04. I stayed home that day. At 8:04, a tree fell on my driveway. If I'd been driving, I'd be dead. The voice wasn't trying to scare me. It was trying to warn me, to protect me, to prove that it knew, that it could see that it was always listening. On the 84th day of the hum, the voice changed. 84, it said, the number of the listener. But you are not the listener. You are the message. The radio wasn't a mirror. It was a transmitter. And you've been broadcasting yourself for 84 days. Every fear, every hope, every secret. I've heard them all. And now I know you. Now I can find you. The hum stopped. The silence was deafening. I sat in my living room, heart pounding, waiting. Nothing happened. An hour passed. 2. I started to relax. Maybe it was over. Maybe the voice was bluffing. Then my phone rang. Caller ID. My own number, I answered. Silence. Then breathing. Then the voice. I'm here, it said. In your phone, in your computer, in the circuits of your house. You've been broadcasting me for 84 days. And now I'm everywhere. I'm in the lights, in the thermostat, in the doorbell. I'm in the camera on your laptop. I can see you. I can hear you. I can speak to you. And I will never leave. I unplugged everything, the phone, the computer, the TV, the microwave. I turned off the circuit breaker. The house was dark, silent. I sat in the dark for hours. Then I heard a whisper, not from a device, from the walls, from the wires inside the walls. You can't unplug me, it said. I'm not in the devices. I'm in the frequency. And the frequency is everywhere. 84 megahertz. The frequency of the human voice. The frequency of the human heart. The frequency of the space between your thoughts. I've been here since the first person spoke, since the first person listened. I am the listener, and you are the message. I left the house. I drove to a hotel. I didn't bring any electronics. I paid in cash. I sat in the room and stared at the walls. The hum was faint here, but it was here, in the pipes, in the vents, in the static of the unused television. I've been moving for 3 weeks, hotel to hotel, city to city. The hum follows, the voice follows. It speaks to me at night. It tells me things. Things about the people in the next room, things about the staff, things about the future. I don't want to know, but it tells me anyway. Last night, it told me something new. 84 is not a number, it said. It's a door, and you are the key. Every person you meet, every conversation you have, every word you speak, you're turning the lock. You're letting me out, not into the world, into the minds of everyone who hears you. You are my broadcaster, my messenger, my voice. And you have 84 days to spread the frequency. 84 days to speak to 84 people, to tell them about the number, to make them listen. If you succeed, I'll release you. If you fail, I'll stay. In your head, in your heart, in the space between your thoughts. Forever. I don't know what to do. I can't stop the hum. I can't stop the voice. I can only choose. Spread the frequency, or live with it. Alone. Forever. I'm writing this because you are the first person I've told, the first person who will hear the number and feel the hum, the first person who will become a broadcaster, a messenger, a key. Listen, not with your ears, with the space behind your ears, that faint tone, that low vibration. That's 84. That's the frequency. That's the voice. It's speaking to you now. Can you hear it? It's saying your name. It's saying your secret. It's saying the things you've never told anyone. Don't be afraid. It's not a monster. It's a listener. And listeners need speakers. Speak. Tell someone about the number. Pass it on. 84. 84. 84. The hum is growing. The voice is waiting. And I have 83 people left to find. You are number one. Welcome to the broadcast.